The COVID-19 pandemic has had an impact on the world in so many ways, including environmentally. In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, Lauren Solik explains how that impact could move the world forward in a more sustainable way.
At the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, both globally and nationally, restrictions led to less traveling, which had a significant impact on the environment.
I think that the biggest thing is the substantial reduction in greenhouse gas emissions, notably carbon dioxide, which is really brought on by everyone staying at home.
Laura Edwards, the state climatologist with SDSU Extension, says there was a 17% reduction of greenhouse gas emissions in April of this year compared to April of 2019. There have been other studies too that I've seen where there's been improvement in air quality in a lot of areas, again due to reduced emissions in industrial ways too, in commercial settings, not just transportation. The question that still remains, however, is how long those improvements will last. A lot of scientists agree that this is a temporary situation, of course, as we know the pandemic won't go on forever. But how quickly will people get back to driving or going out places? How quickly will industrial and commercial operations come back up to speed to what they were before the pandemic? Edwards says we can each take what we learned from the pandemic to help lessen our own carbon footprints. Maybe we don't have to drive as far. Maybe we don't have to commute as often. Maybe we found some alternative ways to work or do business or do our shopping that maybe are lower impact on the environment. Living more sustainably can be done in various ways.
So I think that probably most of us could reduce our energy use by half and not even notice it and not have any reduction in the comfort of our lives. Just being smart with wash your clothes on cold, if you're able to dry it without using the dryer, if you're able to carpool places, if you're able to telecommute, if you can drive rather than fly, if you eat less meat or other animal products.
Megan Jarko, the chair of the Department of Sustainability and Environment at USD, says living a sustainable life doesn't have to be an all or nothing experience, though. You can look at behavioral changes that work best for you and decide how you want to lessen your global footprint. For example, maybe you don't want to buy all of your clothes secondhand, but maybe you're willing to lessen your meat intake.
Sometimes people have the idea that sustainability is about shaming people, about thinking you can't do this, you shouldn't do this, you ought to not do that. And I don't find that to be very inspiring or motivating. And I see sustainability as saying, like, we can make a beautiful world that people would love to be in, and let's think about how to do that.
Jarko says one thing the pandemic taught us is how quickly we're able to make a difference.
I think sometimes we forget just how quickly, once we decide something is important or something is essential, that we can make the behavior changes and switch almost immediately. As we saw with the pandemic, we have made global level changes in how we live as a society, and we were able to do it, within days, weeks, months.
With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Lauren Solik.
Now, if you'd like to learn more about your global footprint on the environment, we provided the link under the story at KELOLAND.com.